Tell me, Henry, didn't the abbot seem anxious to you?
Yes. Although it's not like he tried to hide it much. The plague's a terrible illness. But surely they'd recognize it in the infirmary. Why would he need you?
Well, the thing is, the monastery isn't in great shape. Not that you'd notice right away. King Wenceslas borrowed heavily from settlers. And now the monastery has to sell land to pay off its debts. And when Sigismund marched on the town with his army...
It's your bloody fault anyway. Oh, I struck you first, and that should have ended the duel. But no, you just had to have the last blow.
So, this is the confessor. What do you make of it, Henry?
I'm feeling it now, all right. My skull's pounding so bad I'm seeing double.
He looks worn out. Doesn't even notice us. Whatever's wrong with him, it's clearly taken a toll.
Exactly. At his age, any illness hits far harder than it would a young and healthy man. Well, the good news, I suppose, is that he's not in agony. Pain's part of life, but no one deserves to suffer too much.
Shut your gob, would you? Please.
Compassion, Henry, whether for the suffering or even the enemy, is part of every good physician. Unfortunately, not every physician.
Albek? Albek of Unichov?
Zacharias? What are you doing here?
Wherever His Majesty goes, I must follow. You know how it is. But why aren't you in Padua, studying? Have you been missing your homeland?
I was summoned home for urgent matters. And since I'm here, the abbot asked for my help.
Ah, yes. This plague he's so afraid of.
Plague? Do you believe it? Am I such a poor teacher?
Of course not. But until now, it was just my word against the abbot's. In other words, I am truly glad you're here, my friend.
Henry, allow me to introduce Master Zacharias of Prchatsitz. He once studied under me, but became a trusted friend, and eventually the personal physician of King Sigismund.
You flatter me, Albek. The road to that post was a good deal more torturous, and you are...
Henry of Skalitz. By order of Sir Peter of Pisek, I'm here to protect Master Albig.
Though I've no idea from what. But who am I to argue, eh?
Quit complaining. You might find an aide like... Anyway, this here is Dinesh. He didn't come entirely of his...
Dinesh Latskvi. Gentlemen?
Well then, now we all know each other, shall we finally return to the... Zacharias, I presume the abbot summoned you for...
Aye. Though, I've only had time...
So what did you find out?
All three share the same symptoms. It begins with weakness, then comes fever, rash, and later bloody diarrhea. By far the best off is the confessor here. He can still talk. The maid and the translator, they sleep most of the day. And when they do speak...
Right. In that case, first we need to bring down...
Yes, Benedict. He's a novice and a bit...
We'll need linen and clean water for compresses. Pre-boiled water.
Benedict brews a fresh batch every...
And what are they feeding?
Mostly bread, fruit. Yesterday they...
That doesn't sound like proper food for the sick. They need strength, don't they? Give them a lump of lard.
Thanks for the tip, Henry. You're right about one thing, though. They should be getting something light and nutritious. Ideally in liquid form.
Agreed. Dinesh will speak to Solarius Julian.
Consider it done.
Then fetch herbs from Joachim. I gave him a list of what we'll need.
Gentlemen,
Joachim, you say? Well now.
Who's this Joachim? You know him?
The monastery herbalist. He lives in a hut in the garden behind the infirmary.
You say that because you... I'll tell you more about him, Henry.
Can I help in any way?
The best thing you could do is find out what the patients were doing before they ended up here. Diseases spread through foul air. So if we find where the three of them...
Who should I start with?
If I were you, I'd start with the confessor. Better hurry. He might take a turn for the worse.
Who should I ask about the maid?
As far as I know, her name's Blezhna. She gets her work assignments from Steward Zdenek. And apparently, she's got a friend here. She might know some...
Who might know the monk who was translating?
Everything to do with books is handled by the librarian. He likes the sound of his own voice. But if you're patient, he might tell you...
Can I help with anything else?
No, that's...
Once you've found something, come...
Look, maybe we could have a rematch once they let us out of... What do you say?
How do you feel?
Like I'm turning inside out.
Don't worry. I'll let you rest. But first, I need to know who...
What? Why?
Because Master Albic ordered me to. The royal physician...
So you don't really know anything yourself. And now you're asking me to do something I can't. I mustn't break the seal of...
I'm not asking you to reveal any. The names will do...
Dear boy, if I give you names, I'm sorry, but I just...
I understand.
Wait, please. Do you think that I might ask you for something?
What is it?
I'd like to have some flowers.
I'll see what's growing nearby and bring you some.
Thank you, lad.
do you feel?
Like,
Don't worry. Because we need to find out where
what's that?
the sickness spreads through foul air. Anyone breathing this...
You sound like you know what you're talking about. And I believe you've got... I can't. I mustn't.
But this isn't just about you.
Exactly. It's about the...
And what about those who never got the chance to confess? What if they catch this?
It's not that.
Can't you at least point me in the right direction?
Perhaps you're right. I could at least point the way. Look in my cell. It's the one beneath the abbot's chamber. Opposite the... I think you'll find something.
What am I looking for?
That you'll have to find out.
I understand.
Wait, please.
What is it? What would you want flowers for?
Do I need a reason?
I'll see what's growing nearby.
Thank you.
Trust me, I can tell.
In that case,
What's the matter? Do you need me to take you to the infirmary?
forgive me, I have a fever of
I can't feel my legs or my back. Just a burning...
Is there anything I can help you with?
Who are you calling good wife? The name's Maddie, and no, only a sore
Then it's your lucky day. Tell me what's bothering you.
Well, it hurts like hell. Here, below my bed, and the Holy Brother over there won't help. Only I'm regular as a Vesper's bell.
That's a vivid description. How long has it been hurting?
Well, it started the day before yesterday, and it calamus, yarrow. I even tried hanging from a ladder upside down so it could pass through me. Oh,
What were you doing before it?
working like a dog I was. Who said I wasn't? Zdeněk? Besides, those stairs were bloody hard.
All right. All right. If you sat on cold steps for a while, you might have caught...
Whatever it is, I just want it to stop hurting. Or at least tie a knot in my gut.
I have this medicine here.
Well, do you have some...
Wait here. I'll stop by the infirmary.
God bless you. So much for God's love. They chase off a crying woman from their doorstep.
Careful. I saw you came here with Master Albic. I suppose that would...
I'm more like his person. My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Benedict the Novice.
Yes. He said you would show us to our lot.
Your room is at the other end of the infirmary. There's an alchemy workshop in the other room. Master Albic should... Though if he needs any fresh herbs, there's also the monastery's garden.
Good to know. Will you tell me more about you?
I can try.
How did you get to the monastery?
Well, I walked.
I'm more interested.
Very well. My parents are long dead, but I have 3... That is, I had 3, but one of them didn't. You see, I'm not a fighter, so I didn't join the army, and after...
So you had no choice?
Something like that. But I'm happy to be here, and perhaps the Lord will provide, and one day I'll be...
Why do you work at the infirmary?
It's my divine calling.
How did you discover you were...
I came to realize diseases don't cause me fear or aversion.
But isn't that natural? When you see someone...
Imagine you have a stoneworker with a crushed foot come in. Is it better to comfort him, or to decide in time that he'll probably...
It sounds like you're in the right place.
I'm glad you think so. And between us...
What did you do before you joined?
When my parents were still alive, I cared for them.
So you were with your parent...
Until they died. It was...
Caring for the sick.
Yes.
How's life in the abbey?
You're expecting me to complain, aren't you? You eat from the same bowls at the same table every morning. Prayer is at the same time.
If I ever need my wounds treated...
Of course. It's my job after all.
Benedict...
You too?
It isn't for me. This girl who...
I see. I told her I can't help her. Understandably, there aren't many books on the topic.
This isn't about her time of the month. She says it hurts when...
Perhaps, but I still truly don't know how to help.
Thanks, brother.
Boredom in here.
Tell me a bit more about you.
Gladly.
You've known Albic for
Too long, perhaps.
I've only known him for a short time, but I can imagine he's not...
Aye, old Albic. Don't take me wrong.
I feel like there's a butt cut.
What's more, he's always had the gift that whatever he does, it was only when I tried something myself, under his guidance, that I realized...
When the rat-eye captain, Bernard, gave me my first sword fight.
Is that so? But that must have...
So much has happened since then. It feels like it was 100...
Wise words. These past years...
Is it true that Albic was...
He was far from the only one. At university, they filled my head with knowledge about... But it was only with Albic that I understood what practice entailed.
What surprised you most?
Hard to say. You get used to the smell of blood, but when someone's child dies in your arms...
I thought Albic fits in more with...
Appearances can be deceiving. He's a knowledgeable man. Sometimes he thinks he'll save the whole...
Serving as King Sigismund's personal...
Responsibility, too. But above all, and even though it is not talked...
Albic mentioned the two of you treated King...
That's right. It all turned out fine.
What was wrong with Wentz?
As his physician, and... Now that I care for his brother,
Is King Sigismund ill?
If he was, I surely wouldn't be discussing... His Highness is in good health.
What do you mean?
A few years back, someone tried to poison...
And he drank it?
Thankfully, I noticed the odd colour and sediment. Since then, there's been a shortage of waiters at...
No wonder. Who's that companion of yours?
Dinesh? That's an odd story, actually.
You never asked him?
He doesn't want to talk about it, and I respect it.
His family? What?
Ask him yourself.
Did I hear correctly that you're from
My, you have a good memory. Yes, I am.
So you haven't seen your family?
I'd married myself to the king's. Years ago, Prachatitz was granted the privilege of trading in salt.
Master,
How did she manage that?
I've got nothing to do with it. She sat down on some...
Well, she should drink as much as she can. Movement is recommended for stomach aches, but any
That's...
You never know with women. Their insides are set up like a pantry.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Thanks.
No problem.
I think I need some...
Is that so?
God be with you.
You mentioned you know the herbalist.
Don't think we're old friends or something of the like. We met once. When Zacharias mentioned him, I was glad to hear Joachim.
So, you don't really know?
It's mainly my friend, Oswald Torvald. They've known each other for years, and they write to each other frequently, and he...
I see. So what's this?
He prefers to focus on his work rather than engage in conversation.
Since we're spending time together...
Sigismund Albik of Unichov, Doctor of Medicine of the Prague University, personal physician and advisor to His Royal Highness King. Though, if you're interested in the specifics of my career, who can appreciate the complexity of my journey...
How did you come to treat King...
My talents and ability. Not long ago, when I returned to Prague from Padua, people started coming to me with all sorts of troubles. Then we rushed to Perglitz, where I found Wenceslas moaning in pain while
Which I reckon wasn't...
Not in the slightest. But the treatment turned out to be quite simple. A diet. He soon learned I was learned in law as well, so I became his personal advisor. As you can see, when you have the reputation of the best physician in the kingdom...
I hear you've written several books.
About medicine. What else? I wrote it mainly for students. It won't just be advice on what to eat, when to sleep. Those who know and follow these rules will...
How is medicine in Italy different from...
Massively. Though my local colleagues don't. In Italy, especially Italians pay more attention to the connection between... Czechs are used to heavy, fatty foods and rely more on... Here, physicians are taken...
Albik?
What is it?
Albik?
What is it?
Master, I need your... It's a bit...
Another fallen ill.
She's not infected. Her belly hurts.
What?
The pain, I mean. Unless she's the best liar of...
Yes, but are we talking about ulcers? Fistulas?
She said it started after she'd been sitting on some...
Cold steps, you say? Of course! This is just like the case, coldness in the lower abdomen, inflammation of the urinary tract accompanied by...
Aye. It sounds like all that's happening...
You don't see a case like this every day. I'll have to write...
So do you know what to do?
Not at all. I've never come across something like this. Most women sort out their problems with the help. Usually, they only come and see...
Well, she went to see Benedict, but he seemed even more...
I'm not surprised. Only a handful of physicians have read De Curis Mulier.
So, how can I help Maddie?
Of course. This calls for a concoction. She should feel relief almost immediately, but I've heard it may cause delirium.
Albik?
What is it?
Thanks.
Look, maybe we can have a rematch once they let us out of here. What do you say? one more
God
thing.
bless.
If the sickness keeps spreading at this rate, we'll run out of beds soon.
When there are no more beds, there'll be benches. And when there are no more benches,
Albig,
What is it?
thanks.
straw. Like they're animals.
A layer of straw will prevent a chill, and will soak up anything leaking from the ill. Very well.
Should I have boiled those nettles for a shorter time?
Praise God.
You know the maid Blajen?
Not all that well. She hasn't been here.
What was she doing here?
Steward Zdeněk would know best. Lately he was keeping a...
And do you know anything about that?
Not much, and what I do...
Farewell.
Excuse me.
Mother Mary, you've given birth.
About that meds.
Tell me you've got good news.
Here. If it's as strong as it smells, you'll be back in fine fettle in no time.
By all the saints. Foy. It's boiled an old boot, but hang on. It's
Does it still hurt?
not much. Kind of like a... lad, you saved my life. What a relief.
Greetings.
How well do you know
Blajena?
Excuse me?
Whenever she sees me, she always cracks some daft joke. Not that I'd wish anything.
Look, I really need to find out.
Then ask us It was good to see you, my friend.
Greetings to you.
Brought the flowers you...
May the Lord
Here they are.
Thank you, lad. Would you put the...
Tell me something about you.
What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
I was born in Zadar, that is in Dalmatia by the sea. I grew up with my uncle Stepan Latko. Until recently, he governed a huge estate in central Croatia.
Until recently?
After an unfortunate event, our lands and properties went to Sigismund.
What do you mean by unfortunate event?
It was a little misunderstanding.
Sabor?
An assembly of the foremost representatives of nobility. And at this particular assembly, King Sigismund had my uncle.
Why did Sigismund do...
He was still bitter about Nicopolis. But what really angered him was my uncle. He had long had his eyes set on the throne of Hungary. So you can imagine the king...
Don't you want to take revenge?
Alone? Against the entire Holy Empire? I am no... Our entire family lost everything. Our properties. I wear black as a sign of shame for my family. I will not wear anything...
Are you sure you can accomplish that?
Worst comes worst, I'll die in black too.
How did you end up in Zak...
I used to serve several important courtiers. I must have made an impression on Master... King Sigismund readily agreed, and so it...
Not that I know many people from Dalmatia, but your name's...
That is on purpose. The name Lachkovich is not exactly favored at Sigismund.
That's how a little duel. One more.
Where the hell did the Confessor get so many valuables? Something doesn't add up here. There's not much here, so where did the valuables come from? So that's why the Confessor wanted flowers from me. He must like them. More flowers.
Good to see you.
God be with you.
Greetings. What would you like?
Your brother Crispin, right? I'm here about Yaroslav. I heard he works here.
Ah, yes. Poor Yaroslav. God has blessed him with an extraordinary talent and a sharp... But no. Such thoughts help no one.
My name is Henry. I'm helping Master...
Very well.
Could you tell me, please...
He has a cell in the dormitory upstairs. Go up the stair, then it's the 5th cell.
Thanks. What exactly was Yaroslav...
He's working on a translation of a book that came to us all the way from... He knows Latin, Italian, and French. And thanks to him...
What book was he translating?
It's called The Decameron.
And what's the...
I've not read it myself. I'm not as well versed in it, but he spoke of it as a groundbreaking... He even believed it might one day uplift the Christian people beyond their worldly suffering. I thought it best to let him focus solely on the translation.
Where did Yaroslav...
Here in the scriptorium, of course. You'll find his usual place right by... He spent so much time on it that it must be nearly done by now.
Don't worry. Who here knew Yaroslav?
Most likely, Brother Celestine. He helps with copying books too.
Celestine, you say? Thanks.
Till we meet again.
It's almost empty. What was Yaroslav working on all those days? Kitty! Kitty!
My respects.
Understand your holy scriptures and to live according to them. Amen.
At your service, sir.
Plans of the cellars. What did he need those for?
Graces and gifts of this day. Open our hearts and minds to understand your holy scriptures and to live according to them. Amen.
But apparently we can't spare the leather either. Pretty soon we'll be the order of...
My humble respects.
Brother Petramil?
Yes, and...
My name's Henry. I'm accompanied...
Of course. The monastery grounds are... Would you like to...
Yes, please.
Our monastery was the first Cistercian monastery in Bohemia, and is thus the mother of all our order's monasteries in these lands. This is the gate to the monastery. Within the monastery grounds, you'll find the workers' dwellings, farm buildings, and fish ponds. And on the far side of the monastery, we've got an orchard and gardens.
I saw quite a few knights here. Do they live here?
Those are brothers of the Teutonic Order. The abbot offered them lodging while they're gathering resources in Kuttenberg for their next campaign.
How long are they supposed to stay?
No one knows. But it doesn't look like they're in any great hurry. This is the kitchen. From here, Salarius Julian oversees the state of the monastery stores and the meals for the brothers.
Good to know where to come if I get hungry.
Yes. But please, try not to speak with the other brothers too much.
Why not? Have they taken a vow of silence?
The rule of Saint Benedict encourages the cultivation of silence. The brothers shouldn't be chatting idly, but rather turning their minds to work and to God.
What if I need something?
In case of need, of course you may speak to them. But for ordinary tasks and objects, we've developed our own gestures. You don't need to learn them, though. As a guest, you won't need access to such things. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
This is our monastery library and scriptorium. Brother Crispin, our librarian, does a splendid job. Our collection may not be the largest, but it's exceptionally colorful.
Can I borrow any books here?
Yes, but please try not to take them out of the library. We already have trouble with brothers not returning them. I think I myself might have a forgotten volume or two in my cell.
Can I help with that?
That's up to Brother Crispin. But it's true he's overburdened and sorely short of time. Try asking him.
All right, I'll check with him. If Albic doesn't need me urgently.
That would be kind of you. So, let's move on. This is the chapter hall. Here, Abbot Jan receives important visitors and pilgrims.
You mean like when Sigismund came?
Of course. That was the most important visit, and duty of recent years.
Have you had any other such visitors recently?
The king brought his closest attendants. Even his physician, whom the abbot, I believe, also asked for help.
2 royal physicians in one place? That's quite the coincidence.
Indeed. That's why I'm also curious why your master has come.
I'd like to know that too. But that's far above my station.
I understand. Sometimes it's best not to know, just to act. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me.
I'm sorry.
Next, we'll visit the beating heart of our monastery. Please, ignore the ongoing work. Welcome to the Church of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. It's the pride of our monastery and the dominant landmark of the region.
What's with the hole in the floor?
Yes. That's one of the hazards of ongoing repair. But that's not something a guest need concern himself with.
I don't mind.
Sir.
Tell me.
There's not much to tell. During repairs, the floor collapsed into the cellar spaces, and we're working on fixing it.
Oh, come on. There's got to be more to it. A cellar under the church? Storing onions on sacred ground?
Not onions, but bodies. Beneath the church is a crypt where abbots and other esteemed benefactors of the monastery are laid to rest.
I see why you wouldn't want to spread that around. It doesn't look like a good omen.
It certainly doesn't. Perhaps we should leave the laborers to their work and move along.
I'd like to stay in the church a little while longer. I've been staring at it from Kuttenberg. I'm glad to finally get to see inside.
Let it serve as a reminder of who tended to the souls of the people of Kuttenberg for decades.
And do you think they need it?
It'll do them good. The townsfolk are building their own church outside the bounds of our parish. They claim they should choose who'll oversee their town.
Isn't that right, though? If they pick someone themselves, they're more likely to listen to it.
But what of tradition? Of glory? Of all the service we've given to the townspeople? Not to mention how much of Kuttenberg stands on land owned by the monastery.
So? Which part?
That's a matter for the monastery. Let's continue the tour. There's not much left now,